Hello, welcome to Flory Models. I'm Flory. Today's vlog here on Friday the 24th of April. As you can see, I've been massively busy, as you can see down below here. I've been playing with oil paints and weathering up the vehicle. Okay, this is our Bradley we're currently working our way through, trying lots of different experiments down here. So nice and sandy, stroke rusty underneath. So what we've done now is on this particular one, we've got it to the stage where it's had oils all over it. You might be able to see different staining, filtering, different techniques all over this one, right the way around it, just like that. And as you can see down on these panels, working very hard on these, playing with just different techniques. So it's a bit of a mixture. We've got a mixture of using oils. So we've actually gone down here with using different shades, tones, hues. Some of it's pin washes, some of it's just slapping it on and all the rest of it, just to break it all up, to give us a sort of, you know, an all over sort of weathered appearance. Now it's a little bit dark at the moment, but don't panic. This is where we're then going to let this technically sit for probably 24 hours, give it a flat coat to seal it a little bit, and then we can actually get in, see that turret on here, and then we can get in with the various other things to line it up. So obviously a little bit of dry brushing, mainly pigments is where it's going to come in. So we're going to pop in probably things like with the light dust pigment down in there, all over it, dust it all down just to sort of take it back. But we needed to get those shadows, the dirtiness and everything else. But I must admit, I am particularly proud of this. This is me just trying to recreate. It's still wet, as you can see by the shine, but I'm just trying to recreate that sort of patchiness, different panels, different age of things down there, and everything else on the lower part of the skirt there. And I have to say, thoroughly enjoying it. You know, I must admit, I was just talking to Steve not 10 minutes ago, and we were basically talking about armour and various things, saying how with oils it's more like an art form. When you do an aircraft, don't get me wrong, it's still an art form, you're still going through it all, but when you're doing it on these, it's more of an artistic thing. But what I'm learning here doing armour, I'm going to be taking back to doing aircraft. Okay, and in the actual, this particular build, I mentioned doing this one. This is now my new Buster, if you like, this poor old Mosquito. I don't intend to kill it because it's quite a nice model, to be honest, but it's great because I can play with different techniques on there just to see what happens. Because it's just on that the blue, you can see what's going to happen, different shades, different hues. But it's amazing because when you get the oil paints out, they look extremely strong and you're thinking, oh, that's not going to work on something like armour. But then by the time you sort of put a little bit of other colours with them, so I've been doing a lot of mixing around with basically yellow ochre, burnt sienna and burnt umber, these three, and out of those we made all of these colours. Okay, and we used a little bit of grey, but to be honest I don't think you need it. And you might be able to see down here, that's just those three colours just put down, chucked down, slapped on, washed all over, and away you go with it. So it is really, really nice stuff to use like that. So as I said, a couple more literally hours on that one. It's only going to be, you know, once I get it sealed down and away we go, and that one will actually be finished. So really am enjoying that one. It's coming together really, really nicely. If it looks a bit dark behind me, you might remember on the live show we were talking about lights and what do I use. Well, I use this particular light here, you've seen in a lot of those videos, and I mentioned on there how I'm on the same set of bulbs on it and it's like 10 years old. Cursed it. I've had two bulbs go on me in the space of literally an hour and a half. That's how close these things were. So unfortunately it's died on me, which does mean that I can't actually get on with the Harry. I wanted to get on and paint it. I don't really want to do it out here, I want to do it in the spray booth. So I've ordered up new bulbs for it. They're going to be in on Monday. But you might be able to see here, this one's really ready to go now, really ready to get on with the paint job. And then we can actually get these intakes on, the nose on and the glass work. Once they're in, we can then push on with the paint work on it, and it's coming together really nicely. So again, really want to push on with that one and get through with it. A couple of you asked about the X-Wing and the tumbler. They are done, yes, and all the rest of it. The videos for those are going to be out when I'm away, so I'm going to put them up probably on Friday, which is what, the 9th or something, and everything else, but just before we go, probably about, I'm going on the 7th, but I'm going to probably put them up so they appear at the end of that week, so obviously on the Friday. So that will be up with the surprise as well, something quite as a large surprise which we're hopefully going to have up as well, and then these will be done as well. So really I've got, what, just under 2 weeks now to get the Bradley finished. That's not a problem, but the Harrier and the other thing done. So you've got plenty to do when we're away, because don't forget, from the 7th to the 1st, okay, so literally May, I'm not here. So you won't be able to order products from the site, and you won't be able to subscribe to Flory Models either. And also, if you get anything that says about that you lost your subscription, your subscription's failed, don't panic, nothing's going to happen, because the site's actually going to be frozen for membership. So nobody's going to get kicked out, nobody's going to be let in. It's just going to remain muted as it is for all the time I'm away. That way I don't have to worry about it. So you don't have to worry about it either. All right, so don't panic about anything like that. Do have to mention, with the old snack auction, still haven't got around to redoing a new video for it, and because I was doing all this, I haven't had time to sort of set it up. Congratulations everybody, you've now raised £2,000. So that was my goal for this one. You've made it. Absolutely fantastic job. Well done everybody for that. So good on you. A couple of things I do have to mention. Cheapskate Corner in the forum. If you haven't been in there yet, go and have a look, because that's where we talk about things like, a good example, I've got it in front of me here, Panzer Putty is just this stuff, which is called Clever Putty. It's exactly the same stuff, works exactly the same way, costs you half the price. We talk about things like these, because I get these in from obviously China direct. They're £3. Pickup sticks, I think somebody mentioned those. Instead of paying whatever they are, $2.99 for 3 or something, you can actually pay $2.99 for 12. And all these different things that people are mentioning in Cheapskate Corner in the forum. So go and have a look at that one. It's well worth your time to save a little bit of money, which you can spend then on kits and various other bits and pieces. Things I had in this week, I do have to mention and give them a great shout out. When I came to do the Sea Harrier, I did realise I only had half a bottle of paint. So E-Models, I went on and used their eBay account and ordered these next day delivery. So thumbs up to you guys at E-Models, absolutely fantastic. So I've got 2 bottles of 335. This is the guns, they do all the guns range and everything else. As you know, I normally don't do things like that, but it was such good service, I couldn't fail to do it. So well done to them. Down in the forum, do have to mention that we've got the Stirring Up Dust. We've got 171 entries on this one at the moment. You've got till the 21st of June with that one, so really you want to push on, get those done guys, because don't forget there is going to be medals and there is going to be a little something as well, as always with Flory Models, for everybody who completes. Alright, the Toad and Towing SIG, you've got till the 10th of May on that one, so you've got what, about 2 weeks to get that one done. And then you've got the Twin-Tailed SIG going on at the moment, 36 entries in that. You've got till the 26th of July. And then we've got the new one starting. So a bit of clarification on this. Basically it's called Where's My Top? No, this isn't about topless women and all the rest of it. It's actually military vehicles that don't have a top, i.e. a roof. So you're thinking of all your light vehicles that's got canvas tops, counts, they're fine, no problem at all. But also you're thinking of things like, I'm just trying to think of what it is, the Tank Destroyer, Sherman Tank Destroyer, didn't have a top on it, okay, didn't actually have a roof on there at all, and things like that. So any piece of military vehicles which hasn't got a hard top, it can have a canvas top or a rag top, but it can't physically have a metal top, if you like, something else like that, or something that can be converted and taken off very easily in the field. Okay, so anything like that counts for this one. So you're going to be running for quite a while on this one. It's going to run starts on the 16th of May. Okay, so you've got a nice little run on that one, and then obviously it's going to be a I think it's a 3-month one past that, so you've got loads of time on that one. Something else I do have to talk about, as I say, a lot of you know I have, let me just grab it, I have done, and I say I know a lot of you are into this little guy. Okay, this is the Bandai 1/72 scale X-Wing. Okay, the full video build, let me just straighten up his laser cannons, is going to be up on this one. I've actually done the full video build for it, but the 1/48 one has just been released today. Okay, now the 1/48 version of this is the one I'm after, and to be honest, I've had my dispatch note that it's left and is on my way to me now. That's why I'm so excited. Is the lights moving and sound version. 1/48 scale, so obviously double it, okay, but also it's got a motor in it, so the foils or the X-Wings actually open and close. It's got audio, it's got LED lights on it as well for the engines, for the proton torpedoes and for the cockpit, as well as obviously it's got sound, so it does the sound effects of firing the foils open and closing, firing the proton torpedoes, and all the rest of it comes on a nice display stand and everything else. It's what they call the Motion series, but it's just been released, so if you want to go and grab one, I would do it extremely quickly because these are going to just sell out in no time, I can imagine. But it's by Bandai, 1/48 scale X-Wing, the Motion series. They are going to do a non-motion series, which will just be like one of these, which is a static, okay? But trust me, I'm going to be doing all the series, and after talking to Steve a minute ago, he's going to do them all as well. So if you are into your Star Wars stuff, then go and grab their stuff. We've done the reviews of them. I've got them all just set up across the room for me. So I've got the AT-ST to do, got a couple of TIE fighters, I've got Darth Vader's advanced TIE fighter as well. Some great kits available, but I thought I'd give you the heads up now because they are going to go and you'll be literally out. Okay, other thing I want to mention, one of our members, Mr. Adam Raw, is actually getting married to the beautiful Nicola on Saturday. So we just have to say congratulations to them. Good luck, mate, you'll be okay. I'm going to swing through on me rope dressed as, you know, Luke Skywalker. He knows what I mean. So there we go, that's about it for this week. I'm glad you like these new video vlogs. I enjoy doing them, I really do. To be honest, as I spoke about actually on the show, the thought of doing the new show actually filled me with dread every single week because it was really difficult to come up with new stuff and an hour or half an hour, whatever it is, every single week. I've been doing it now for best part of 7 years. So it's not like I just started this last week. I've been doing it for 7 years. So to come up with something all the time was a little bit daunting. Now I actually get excited about doing these. I like doing it. Everything's current. I can talk about what I'm doing right now. You can see exactly what I'm doing now as well. I don't have to clear everything out the way every time we do these and everything else. So a big thank you for all the feedback on it. You guys have all been too kind as always. As I said, I intend to keep this format. I'm going to do it every day if I can. Obviously, if I get a day where I'm not here or something else, then obviously we can't. But I'm sure I can find something to waffle on about, i.e. what's coming in, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, and everything else like that. Especially when we get new products in for review, I can do them there and then on that day. Or if it's something I want to spend a little bit more time with, a bit like using this Clever Putty stuff, you know, I can just set aside half an hour, do it, and then release it on that same day instead of having to wait until whenever we're ready. So really I'm enjoying that one. The live shows, again, thanks for all the feedback on that one, how you would like it to go. I think basically we're going to be doing it now every 2 weeks. There'll be a live show and it's going to be about 2 hours long. All right, so that way we will be a little bit more concise and we don't waffle on forever about rubbish, basically, and all things like that. So that's how I intend to keep it going. I'm enjoying it and everything else. Make the most of it. I've only got me for 2 more weeks and then I'm off for 3 weeks, so, and everything else. But big thank you to everybody for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, going to keep it going, loving the format and everything else. So there we go. That's about it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, join me next week.